Hi everyone, it's Fatu with Good to Know, and I'm back with another episode sooner than expected. Well, not really, because yesterday I said I was going to come out with one tomorrow, which is today. Time is so confusing, but anyway, I'm here because I looked on Podbean, which is my podcasting host, which I'll go more into in a few minutes. I looked and I saw that I have 1,000 downloads, so I just want to say thank you to everybody who's listened to it and shared it with their friends and family and people they know and sent me DMs and sent me ideas and advice. I really appreciate that. Thank you again and again and again and again. And I'm excited. Let's get 1,000 more, 5,000 more, 10,000 more, 1,000,000 more. Come on, tell everybody. But yeah, so today I'm going to explain how you make your own podcast. I'm not going to get super granular. I love saying that word. People at work always say granular, and I want to say smart. I want to be smart, so I'm going to say like granular to sound, more sophisticated. But I don't want to go too granular because I don't want this to be super long and drawn out. And I'll have links to most of the things. Well, not most. I want to have links to everything I talk about in the description, so you can just go there and work it yourself. Or if you follow me on Instagram, GoodToKnowPod at Instagram. Follow me there, and you can DM me and ask me a question. Or if you know my personal Instagram or have my number, obviously you can just text me and ask me, and I'll tell you. But so I want to go in kind of about how I started the idea of making a podcast. So anybody who knows me knows that I'm always talking about a bunch of interesting and nonsense and random things, and I can go on and on about these random topics. And I actually came up with the idea because I was doing a lot of research about Beanie Babies for reasons unknown to me. I just pick things up and I have to go in and read everything about these random topics. And I was telling my friends about it, my family, and nobody really cares, obviously. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about all this stuff on a podcast, and people can just choose to listen to me if they want to, and if they don't have to. And that's what I'm doing now. I got this podcast here. So that's kind of how it started. And advice, if you want to do a podcast or a YouTube channel or anything, I don't know, anything creative, you just got to do it. I got my microphone in October, and I just didn't record anything, and I would always write down these ideas, but I didn't do it because I was like, oh my gosh, what if my sound isn't good? What if the microphone isn't good? What if people don't like it? What if people think it's corny? But it's like, there's so many negative things you can think of, and your brain is just trying to comfort you because it's something you haven't done before and you perceive it to be difficult. But until you actually try it, you're just going to keep convincing yourself all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. So my advice is to just freaking do it. You're sitting on the couch watching TV and your life is passing you by. You keep procrastinating over and over. Well, maybe I'll go to school. Okay. I couldn't resist myself. I'm sorry. You know those Everest commercials, the ones that would come on like at 2 o'clock right after school when you're like watching basic cable, or like at 3 o'clock in the morning when there's nothing else to watch on TV, so it would just be those commercials. And also, I'm going to do an episode about those scammy for-profit online colleges like that, because, yeah, they're scamming. Plus, all the Everett schools just shut down, but that's neither here nor there. We're getting off topic here. So now I can guess, I can go into what kind of equipment I use and how I upload everything. So, the microphone I got on Amazon, and it was $27.99. I'll link it in the description. It's called like the Fi-Fine USB podcast or something or another, and it's a USB microphone. So I just plugged the USB into my MacBook Pro, and I use the editing software or recording software called Audacity, and I got that from a friend. I guess I could call her a friend. I think she's great. Her name is Alex Piscatelli. She also has a podcast called Dating or At Least Trying, which is hilarious. Go listen to it. I'm also going to put that in the description because it's so funny. And yeah, she's the one who like honestly told me a lot about starting a podcast. So I use Audacity and just I record through there. And I don't want to say it's super easy to use because I'm not going to lie. To me at the beginning, it wasn't. So I just watched a ton of YouTube videos on how to use it because it was complicated to me. But after a while, I just figured out how to use it. So I use Audacity, and then you're gonna need to upload it. So I save my audio files, and then I upload it to a podcast hosting site called Podbean. Also got that from Alex Biscatelli. Thank you, Alex. So I got it from I put it on Podbean, and you can upload it through there, and that's where you can put the title of your podcast, obviously, and put things in the description. That's also where you can see all the statistics of how many people are listening to your podcast, how many downloads each episode has, where people are listening, if it's Apple Music or Spotify or something. That's also where you can see the countries and states of people who listen to your podcast, which I think is pretty cool. And I'm always posting about it because I'm like, oh, people in Italy and Germany and Australia and Denmark and South Africa listen to this, which I think is so cool. And yeah, so you just upload it through a podcasting host. There's a bunch of other podcasting hosts. This is just the one I use because this is what was recommended to me. And I also pay $12 a month for a premium subscription. And I think with the premium, you can upload more content than you usually can. And I guess you have more access to more stuff. I'm not sure. But that's just what I use. You could use it for free if you're just starting out. Who cares? And yeah. And for my logo or album art, whatever you want to call it, I just made a logo on Canva that's also free and really easy to use. So I just threw that there and put it together. But you can, I don't know, make it however you want on Photoshop or something or Illustrator or pay someone to do it. I don't know. That's just where I got it from. I don't think I'm ever going to change my logo. But yeah. And then the next question people ask is, how do you get it to something like Spotify or Google Play or iTunes? How do you do that? Well, I think for some podcast hosting sites, I don't even know, maybe the one I use, you have your RSS feed. So every podcast has an RSS feed, and that's how it goes to all these platforms. And so sometimes it automatically, from your podcasting host, automatically updates to those things like YouTube, Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and it automatically goes there. And I know for me, I always go on Apple Podcasts myself on the website, which I'm also going to leave in the description. You don't got to ask. It's all going to be there. Everything I talk about is going to be there, if I haven't already said that. But yeah, anyway, I just refresh my RSS feed, and it just takes a couple minutes, and then it's already there. Everything's uploaded, and it's all into the zeitgeist or the universe, I guess. And that's how everything is uploaded, yeah. And then when I just want to look at the metrics of how the episode is doing, I'll just go on Podbean or whatever host you use and see what's going on. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else. I guess I should have asked what people want to know. But like I said again, if you have any other questions, you can just send me an email. You can send me a DM on Instagram, or you can just ask me in person or over text if you know that information. But again, like I said, thanks so much to everybody who listens. Please share this episode and every other episode I have and just listen to it and enjoy it. And like I said, please send me ideas if you have any. I'm always looking for new ideas. So yeah, thanks. And I hope you all have a great day because you made my day today. Thanks. I feel like I'm sounding like a YouTuber right now. Like, link in the bio, check everything in my description, like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, thank you. Have a good night or a good day, whatever time you're listening to this. Bye.